Okay, welcome back. So the Tenere is still rocking its original air filter. I have like 5,000 miles on it. Most of the rides I've done, wasn't too dusty, so I suspect that it's not going to be that dirty, but it is due to get replaced. And I wanted to go to a foam style air filter, which you oil and you can clean and reuse. There wasn't many options, but Tusk has their version. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try. So all I really need to do now is soak it in some filter oil and then get the old filter out and go ahead and replace it. What's nice about this packaging is it actually comes in a bike, so you can kind of put the oil in here and work it around. And inside the filter there's actually a little bag with gloves, so try to keep the mess down. So we'll go ahead and get the filter prepped. I use no toil, but you could use whatever you want for a foam air filter oil application. So usually what I do, I pour some of the oil in the inside and try to work it around. Once I get it pretty saturated, I'll put it in the bag. Then I can really squeeze it and get the oil in there. Okay, so that's fairly well oiled. We'll just leave it here for now, then we'll go ahead and get the seat off and old filter out while that's just kind of airing out. Okay, we're on the back of the bike now. I do have straps because I have the soft luggage here, but we do need to get this seat off, and you have a key on the side here to get to it. Pull up on the back with the key turned in, and then it should slide out. Okay, now that we have the rear seat off, you'll see in the back of the front seat there is two Allens, and there's an Allen wrench right towards the back here. So let me get that out. It's a little bit tricky to get out. And that way we could just undo these bolts here. Okay, with those two bolts out, the seat just kind of slides back and out. So with the front seat removed, we're going to see our air snorkel here, and there's four screws that go on the outside of the box. It's a number 2 Japanese industrial standard. If you don't have these for your bike, I recommend getting them because our standard American Phillip aren't really the same, and you're more likely to strip them out. So I think I got these on Amazon. I'll put a link on the description. Okay, with 4 of those screws out, we should be able to pop this right out. And you can see that mine is actually really clean, so I suspect that the filter is going to be clean as well. Okay, with the lid off, you'll see that there's a hole right next to the filter. And go ahead and remove the screw that's deep down in there. That's what holds the filter in place. Okay, so inspecting the filter, I mean, it's a little dusty on the bottom, but it could easily have gone way more. So that's good to see. But we'll go ahead and get rid of this and throw in that Tusk air filter. So I got the Tusk Air Filter, and if you look at the gasket, it'll say front, so at least you know which direction to put it in. I do have some oil from soaking the filter with oil. I'm not going to wipe that off because I think it might help with sealing it. Some people put grease, but they didn't say to. So we'll go ahead and slide this in. And with our filter in place, we could go ahead and reinstall our snorkel. I think Tenere makes a pre-filter that I'll likely get at some point, but for now we're just going to reuse this. And it goes right back on just like we had it. You'll notice that we're not going to reuse that one screw that held the filter on. Well, so the next step would be just putting your seats back on. I'll let you guys take it from there. But as far as the air filter install goes, that's basically it. So fairly simple. Hopefully, I get to reuse it multiple times. I did buy a extra one that I'm going to oil up and put it in a bag because I do trips that are, weeks long sometimes. So that way I could just swap it with a pre-oiled filter. So it should go smoother. That's it. If you have any questions, just comment below and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for joining.